Are you a new wholesaler? Well, I think you really need to watch this. But first, make sure you subscribe, like this content, and make sure you share it with a friend so they can make 10K as well. These are the 5 most common mistakes I see newbie wholesalers make. You say, Marcus, how do you know what mistakes newbie wholesalers make? Because I've been doing this for over 10 years and I've been seeing this pattern. So here's number one. Number one mistake newbie wholesalers make is they have the decision to say, well, I'll just try this. I'll see if this works. I'll try and make some quick and easy money. So let's put that up first. This is the first thing I want you to make sure that you do not do is have the I'll try this attitude, okay? Either you're going to be successful or you're not. There's no trying. Let's get rid of that. There's no trying. I will do this. Okay? You have to make sure that you study and master the craft. By having a try attitude, it limits everything that you're trying to accomplish. Again, in the beginning, you have to spend hours and hours and hours of learning that craft, mastering that craft. It's not a quick and easy money lure. This is some of the things that people make a mistake and do is say, all right, well, I'm gonna jump in and try and make $5,000 real quick. No, you want this to be a career. You want this to lead down your real estate career, real estate investing career. Here's a great analogy. You wouldn't want a cardiologist to do open heart surgery on your mom or on your brother or on a family member and say, all right, I went to school, I tried this, now I'm gonna try and do this operation. You want them to be definitive and definite. This is number one. Number two is ambition without aim. All right. This crowd I see all the time. They fresh out of the workshop, fresh from coming behind the YouTube video, and you say you're excited for 3 or 4 months. Okay. See, so this ties into this. You're excited for 3 or 4 months. You just want to get out there. You want to try and do everything. And by trying to do everything, you do absolutely nothing. Okay. So remember, number one is I'll try to do this. That's the first mistake. Number two is you have a whole lot of ambition. You're ready to go, but you have no aim, no direction in where you're going. And number three, no plan. You have no plan at all. You don't know who you're going to be targeting. You don't know what zip codes you're going to be marketing to. You don't know who your seller avatar is. You don't know anything. You don't have a plan. You don't have a budget. You're just out there starting. Okay, so you got to know what is your philosophy. What are you doing? What do I want to invest? Why do I want to invest? Where do I want to invest? What do I need to get started and invest? What are some of the benchmarks? What am I willing to sacrifice? And what does success look like? You need to make sure you have a plan. This is one of the biggest mistakes that newbie investors make is by not having a plan. Number 4 is you remain an amateur too long. I know I didn't spell that right, but don't quote me on my spelling. You remain an amateur too long. This is one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make is they end up becoming successful. They close, 2 or 3 deals a month, or maybe a deal a month, and they're making $150,000, $200,000, and they want to stay at that level. Okay, you have to remain diligent. You have to keep doing things to expose yourself to new opportunities. You can't wholesale and stay at that amateur level. And then lastly, number 5, getting started, asking questions. You cannot have the fear of asking questions. Okay, if you don't know something, make sure you raise your hand. Be willing to be vulnerable. Be willing to be exposed to new things, to new ideas. So to wrap it all up, 5 mistakes that newbie wholesalers make is I'll try this attitude, ambition without aim, no plan, remaining an amateur for too long, and afraid of asking questions. So if you want to get started off in the right direction, you need to make sure you eliminate all of these mistakes. It's definitely doable. It's definitely possible. I'm a success at it, and I know others that have been successful at it, but we had to overcome these 5 mistakes. So if you want to make sure that you're not making these mistakes, continue to subscribe and like these videos, and also you can go to Azreia.org, that's Azrea.org, and talk with us. We'll show you exactly what you need to do to be a successful real estate investor.